Hello there, you beautiful people. I hope that you're safe and well, and I hope that you're having a good week. I would like to say a massive warm welcome to the Flourish room. It is so good to have our own space. Not going to lie to you, it's empty, as you can see, it's echoey. The lighting needs to be sorted. I need a new chair. This is such a squeaky chair. Every time I move, I can feel it and hear it. But we've got a space. We have got a space where we can be together, where I can be there for you. And yes, I might not necessarily see you in person, but at least you have got somebody that genuinely cares about your emotional well-being and wants you to kind of find ways for you to embrace and learn and kind of be the best version that you can be. And knowing that actually the best project you're ever going to work on in your entire life is you. So yeah, welcome. In this week's video, I would like us to talk about the importance of nature. Nature is so important, and actually the benefits that nature can have on our mental health, our emotional well-being is incredible. There is so much evidence that suggests how important it is and how helpful it can be for us to help ourselves when we are feeling down or blue or unhappy. So I've got some top tips for ways that you can incorporate your busy life, your busy school life, into kind of living with and kind of incorporating that nature into your busy school, sixth form, college, uni life. I want us to also remember though that nature has always been around us, even from our caveman days, and that yes, there are more houses and maybe less green space where you live, but I'd like to think that a short walk, or you'd know where to go if you really wanted to have that space. Now the thing with nature is that it can allow us to find this sense of calm, to find this sense of peace, inner peace, and that's why it's so important that you do appreciate and benefit from nature. So you might be thinking, Jo, what can I do? What can I do to encourage and incorporate nature into my life? Well, let me tell you, what I'd encourage you to do is to get outside. Now, if you're fearful of outside, maybe with anxiety, then if the best thing that you can do is to open up the window, then guess what? Let's make that work. But what I'd ideally like you to do is to try and allow some of that outside in. And if you can go outside, then get outside. Without your mobile, maybe without music. If you want to pretend you're on your mobile, then do it. If you want to pretend you're listening to music, then pretend. But actually find this sense of just being outside, just allowing yourself, instead of when you're at school and it's maybe stuffy, the sixth form or college where it's stuffy air, get outside and really appreciate that fresh air. I always encourage my little kids, so this is perfectly good enough for you as well, even though you're young people, is to imagine that you're smelling chocolate, so in through the nose, and then it's out through the mouth as if you're blowing out candles. Okay, and it's about taking that fresh air, that deep belly breaths, clean, good air for you. I'd also encourage you to kind of move and exercise outside if you can. Obviously, it's always letting your parents know where you are at, but if you can maybe go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a bike ride, just do some stretches, do some yoga. It's just allowing yourself to be outside, and that importance of keep moving is so important. You might want to consider seeing if you can maybe grow your own kind of home cactus or like indoor plant, just allowing yourself to appreciate that colour green. Maybe even let it flower, but just allowing some of that outside in. I think that's sometimes just so important. I also think one of my other tips is about being creative. And if that means taking a sketch pad outside, or if that means taking a picture on your phone and coming back home and drawing it, maybe writing a poem or doing a piece of English with regards to, and I'm not making it sound like a school project, but just with words, about describing and kind of being creative with, I don't know, picture of the seaside. I love the seaside. I love nature. That's why I actually painted this room this green colour, because I just love it. I love it. I'm not very good at keeping plants, mind you, but Hey ho, there's artificial for a reason. So yeah, and my other thing is that I'd want you to consider is about your senses and being outside, allowing yourself, what can you hear? And think past just listening to the cars, to the traffic, to people. Keep going. What else can you hear? Can you hear the birds? Can you hear the crickets? I love going abroad when you can listen to the crickets. So just really tapping into what can you hear and making sure that you're doing your bit and that you're being kind to nature. Because if we can all do that and just do our bit and being kind to nature, then we'll all be able to enjoy it and carrying on appreciating it. But it's there to help us. I love standing on the grass barefooted. I'm not too sure if I should have said that out loud, but I have. Yeah, I love it. I love nature. So just see in what ways you can incorporate it into your life and allowing yourself that it's that sense of kind of breathing in that calm, fresh, lively kind of that energy you need. And then it's just letting go, breathing out of the things that you don't need. So yeah, see if you can get outside. Just don't stay stuck indoors. Don't stay stuck indoors and then at home and then at school. Just see if you can get outside and enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I've got a webinar to do now. You look after yourselves and I will speak to you shortly. Take care, everybody. Bye.